Asakuri lazata shanu otnaji tula chizan con reeleczioni ni kayen rep tula takniela vekve tisa stush don shaza convicción standard. Hi there everyone, so we're going to continue with our lessons. I hope that you guys are keeping up. So we finished last lesson, we finished our lesson going over the pronunciation. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to start with simple sentences. And again, so let me just open my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with unidad yo, simple sentences. Okay, so this lesson introduces you to, as I said, simple sentences, nouns, and focus that are introduced in other sections, and we're going to be learning how to use this and that, and the use of was very. Okay, so in every section, you're going to find radish or words in every lesson from now on. And also at the end of each section, you guys are going to have homework. Okay, so it's crunchy time. All right, so typically what I would do is that I would ask you guys to go to, for radish, we have an online dictionary, but now I'm gonna go over these words, and then in the future I'm gonna be asking you guys to go to the online dictionary. So if you can see, it's San Lucas Avenue, Zapotec. So this is the address, and then where it says Cali Chiu chapter, you guys will be able to find the chapters there. But as I said, for now, let's just use my PDF file. So I'm going to go back to it. So as I said, for every lesson from now on, you guys are going to have a list of words. Radish, it means words, okay? So to begin with, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go over the pronunciation of each words, because you guys are responsible in learning them, because you're going to be using them in your homework throughout this lesson. So we're going to start building your vocab. So let's begin then. For the first one, banua. Again, banua. Back. Back. Bed. Bed. Bell. Bell. Belt. Just with a D. One more time. Bell. Belt. Next. Boing. Boing. Cabay. Cabay. Doctor. Doctor. Foot. Foot. Get. Get. Yah. Yah. Yale. Yale. Pay attention to those the double L's there. Next, lección. Lección. Leen. Leen. Lieber. Lieber. Next, mein ser. Mein ser. Mess. Mess. Nah. Nah. Okay, if you guys look at my mouth, I start like I close my lips very tightly and then say the word nah. Okay, the same as the next word. Niin. Niin. Mul. Mul. Yes. Yes. Plum. Plum. And we have radish here, which means words or vocabulary. Radish. radish, rataradish, rataradish, Irvine, Irvine, wakes up, Quine, Quine. This is wake someone up, okay? So you guys need to be careful, as we'll learn later. So we are going over some verbs now. Kitlas, kitlas. That R, you can hardly hear it, I know. So one more time. Kitlas, rdeid, rdeid, rdiev, rdiev, rdosh, rdosh. That re, 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 re. Okay, guys, pay attention there. Okay, so there is a creak and a plain vowel for the that, and this is a creak and e check. So one more time. Re, re. All right. Next. Vergoed, vergoed. Ryan, Ryan. Rnas. One more time. Rnas, Rnas. Questions? Rnudish, Rnudish. Boil something? Rsudiev, Rsudiev. Jumps. Artis, Artis. Next word, which means runs, elopes. Run, Run. And a city we say sede, sede. Homework, tarea, tarea. And we say exercise 1 of lesson 5. Tarea te lección gay. One more time. Tarea te lección gay. Or for the next one is tarea tiop lección gay. So it's exercise 2 for lesson 5. Tarea tiop lección gay. Okay, let's say it faster now. Tarea tiop lección gay. And the next word is was. Was is a check there. And then we have unidad, unidad for unit. And then notes about the vocabulary. Sheros el horadish. Sheros el horadish. Off. You can either say ste or stand. There is no difference in those two. Some people just choose one or another. Okay, so you can use either one of those. And then our last word is jap. Jap. Okay, so as I said, you know, you're going to be using all these words. So we have verbs, we have nouns, we have all kinds of words. So you guys, please review this part, because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to help you guys with the next word. So first of all, we talked about this word, which is a title, right? And hopefully you remember just Leah means a title, and it is used for women. So you can use it with young women or also older women. You always use Leah Lan for a young girl. And if the person is older, as you guys probably know by now, that you can use Biet, right? This to show respect. So it would be Biet Leah Lan. Okay. So let's jump to the 5.1 simple sentences. So just take a quick look at the sentences down below. Okay. So remember that the sentence is complete statement that tells you an event or states or state who or what was affected by it, right? So in other words, if you look at the at the right column, it says the girl runs in English, right? So in Zapotec, we have the verb runs, okay? If you're not sure, just go back to the list of words, or it's already translated here. So what I'm gonna say it for you. So the way we say the girl runs in Zapotec is runjap, okay? Runjap. Okay, next sentence. Rdoshpeku. Rdoshpeku. Okay, next sentence. So, erbain buin. Erbain buin. Be careful with that breathy vowel there. And the next one is rtieskavai. Rtieskavai. Next is rdievnis. So as you guys can see right here, the first word, it's the verb, right? So which tells the action. As we know, verbs is something that tells an action. So who does it? That's the subject. So it's in front, it comes in front of the verb. So this is the word order in a Zapotec sentence. So you have the verb, okay? So you have the verb, and then you have the subject. So I hope that makes sense. So please go back, read the details that we have, okay? And then you guys are gonna, this is your first homework of this section. So remember, this whole section, it has, I mean, this whole lesson has different homeworks after each section, as I mentioned earlier. So please do this homework, and my students should just at the end on every Friday, you're gonna send everything to me, not just the whole lesson, okay? So let's continue with our sentences. So here we go. So Kitlas is happy or gets happy. So in order to say the boy is happy, we say Kitlas amin. And then this sentence here, we call it a habitual form because it's recurring like every day, right? So every day the boy is happy. Okay, so it's something we do every day. So all the verbs on the Rataradish, it is in the habitual form. So we use the abbreviation HAB for habitual. So remember, the verbs that start with R, they are habitual. Okay. So as the habitual verb, as you can read here in these sentences, all start with the prefix R, as I just mentioned to you guys. So whenever you see a verb that it's in an R form, the R form represents the habitual, okay? And then you might notice that in English verbs in the translation, all the verb ends with S, right? Although English S and Zapotec R do not mean exactly the same, but all habitual verbs in Zapotec will begin with this prefix. So just be careful when you start translating or trying to say something that happened, say yesterday, which we will learn later. Okay. All right. So again, you have more homework here. And now we are on 5.2, nouns and focus. So as you remember, we saw these noun forms like jap, which is a girl, bak, dog, boy, person, nin, child, kawai, horse, and yes, it's water. Okay. What I'm gonna do that I think that I'm gonna let you guys go over this section about noun phrases. What I would like to do now is more than anything, I will go over this section with you guys. Okay, so, and then as you can see here, we have the girl, which is underlined, the dog, the man, Pedro, the water, the child. So we have it underlined because that's our focus, right? So when we say who runs, the girl runs. Okay, so, and then you guys can see on the left-hand side on the Zapotec section, this column here, remember that we talk about the simple sentences, which is a verb, and subject. Okay, but now we're going to be looking at something different, which whenever you see the noun first, right here, Japrun, Baprun, Bunjerbain, Vädertis, Nesardiev, Ninerkitlas. We have the subjects here first, but those are the focus noun forms. So as I said, if somebody asks, who runs every day, and then you say the girl runs every day, right? So we're focusing on the subject, on who does the running. I hope that makes sense, because that's what we're talking about. The focus is on the subject. Okay. All right. So, and we explained that. So if you guys want to go back and read it, and then again, so you won't forget about it, you'll do the some of the homeworks here using the focus sentences. And then now we're gonna see how do we use this and that. Okay, so remember that this and that in Zapotec, they're spelled the same, R-E, R-E. So however we make a difference in terms of how we pronounce them. Remember that Zapotec is a tonal language, and in order to differentiate that, we need to pronounce those types of vowels that we went over and over up to this point, or at least last lesson. So just to remind you that this is pronounced re, R-check, E-check, and re, that, it's R-E creek, a plain E, okay? So one more time, this, re. I hope that you can practice that with me one more time. Re, re, re. All right. So the way we use it, so now we're still using this focus sentence, right? So we say, so we have the this right here after the dog, like what dog is barking, or what dog barks? This dog barks. Right here. And then if we ask somebody like which child jumps, and then in order to focus on that child who's jumping, we say that child. So that child jumps, and then we say that in Zapotec, ninre rties. So I'm gonna say these two sentences one more time. Begre rdos. Ninre rties. Okay, so also the re, this, it means something that is close by, the speakers. All right, so and then we just went over the different types of vowels, the creek and the check vowel, right, that you see on the re. Remember, this is the creek and check, and that is creek and plain right here. Okay, and as I said, this is the pattern, right? So you have the noun, this or that, and then the rest of the sentence. So, bepkre, right? Bepkre, niinre. One more time. Bepkre, niinre. So, and then you use the verb after that. All right, so that is the pattern, and I hope that you guys, again, you're gonna have to practice. So use those words, use what you just learned to do your homework on tarea tapsten lección gay parte. And then also partió. So there are two parts to this homework. And I think that we're going to stop here now, and then we come back in a bit, and then we're gonna do 5.4. But now, just go over the words, the way that you pronounce them, and then remember that a simple sentence is it's the verb and subject. Okay, so we will continue lesson 5, in a few minutes, I guess. So I'll see you then.